Welcome, crypto fam, to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. In today's show, I'll be sharing the latest technical analysis, aka astrology for the broskies. I'll also be sharing the 5 things to watch out for in the Bitcoin market this week, as well as breaking news. Taiwan officially allows professional investors to buy Bitcoin ETFs. Let's go. We'll also be discussing FTX token spiking 70%. That's right, FTT coin, amid looming bankruptcy distributions. We'll also be discussing U.S. election outcome won't slow the Q4 Bitcoin rally, according to this hedge fund. We'll also be discussing Meta stock surge boosts Zuckerberg's net worth to $201 billion, making the Zuck now the 4th wealthiest person on paper on the planet. I mean, $201 billion. That's pretty serious. We'll also be discussing Bitcoin's window to reach 100,000 by the end of Q4, as well as bullishness Bitcoin price prediction to peak near 200,000. According to the CleanSpark CEO, I'll be sharing this timeline. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this, plus so much more, in today's show. If you're new to the channel, very important to smash those likes. Go ahead and hit the subscribe, then hit the bell icon, turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every day. Just like this, today is pod episode 1773. I'm your host, JV. Last day of the month, September. Almost over before we enter here October. So it looks like we're going to get a monthly close in a few hours. So let me know where you feel the price action will likely close. I was really hoping to close above 65. Not looking that way right now, but you never know. We may usher in a pump last minute. Let's soon see. But I do know one thing. Q4 is historically the most bullish season of the year, and we typically rise roughly 88%. So if history is to rhyme, $120,000 Bitcoin incoming. But anyways, fam, let's kick it off with our market watch as we do each and every day. Pulling up Coin 360, you can see all the major cryptos correcting back in the red. Bitcoin down 3.6% on the day. Ether down 2.5%. XRP down 5.6%. Cardano down 6%. Polkadot down 6%, Solana down 2%, BNB down 5%. And checking out coinmarketcap.com. The current crypto market cap sits at $2.24 trillion. The current Bitcoin market cap sits at $1.25 trillion. Yesterday we were at 1.3, so some of the market has been drying up a little bit. We got 76 billion worth of volume past 24 hours. Bitcoin dominance 56% even. Ether dominance climbed a bit to 14%. Yesterday was 13.8. And checking out the top 100 crypto gainers past 24 hours, we got the meme coins leading the pack. Bonk up 5%, Whiff up 5%, and Tau up 3%. Which alts, if any, are you bullish on for the bull? Let me know. And checking out the crypto bubbles, we get a visual perspective on the daily. Safe to say 90% of the market correcting, and in the red, potentially even 95, the bulk of the market. And zooming out on the monthly, get a more broader perspective. Good to see virtually everything in the green. And checking out the crypto greed and fear index, we're still in greed. 61 today, 63 yesterday, last week a 50, and last month a 29 in fear. And checking out the time chain calendar as the crowd continues to go wild, cheering JV on. Let's go, Bitcoin. Let's go. We have 186,000 blocks to go into the next halving. We're currently on block number 863,525, and you can currently trade $1 for 1,575 Satoshis. So stack those sats accordingly, fam. Headline here reads, new all-time highs in October? I think so. Let me know if you agree. Here's the 5 things to have on your radar this week. Number 1, 64 support retest fails to dent the Bitcoin bull's confidence. That's right. There's no killing our confidence. We're eternally bullish. Want to know why? It's going up forever, Laura. As you can see in the 1-hour chart via TradingView, we hit local lows of 64.2 on Bitstamp before the modest recovery. With the monthly close now in sight, Crypto Nuevo predicted the come down, was amongst those looking for a fresh long for the Bitcoin position moving forward. Quoting him here, we can see some volatility related to the monthly close. And he also says it is possible a sweep of the highs by then that can get reversed back to support from support. If we go up again and reclaim the highs, that's a long for me until the second resistance. So there you go. And he's also favoring a trip to 67,000, which would take us very close to price discovery of 73.8. We're getting closer. He also shares losing support will take us to the downside liquidations. And speaking Speaking of liquidations, here's what Matthew Hyland has to share. If Bitcoin closes the weekly above 65, we have established a higher high and a higher low for the first time in 6 months and established the trend change. Dips going forward would be the opportunity, and bias must shift to bullish. Anything pullback 52.6 is just a higher low. Next factor to keep your eyes on, markets eye Jay Powell, U.S. unemployment data. That's actually today. I think Jay Powell's supposed to be speaking after the surprise 0.5% cut this month. Markets are eyeing the repeat performance at the next FOMC meeting November 7th, so actually next week. The likelihood of this can change significantly depending on Jay Powell's tone and macro data trends. Let me know how you feel this will likely play out. And quoting the Kabisi letter, now we're seeing capital pile back into the equity markets as stimulus kicks off. Next factor to keep your eyes out on, not such a rectember after all. That's right, we actually didn't do so shabby this month. While flagging slightly into the monthly close, Bitcoin's still looking at its best September performance on record. CoinGlass shows the striking contrast between 2024 and a typical September. For Bitcoin, as outlined here, over the past 10 years, Bitcoin on average tended to end the month down 3.6%, while at present, we're looking at 9% gains. We're getting this Q4 rally started early, eh? And moving forward, there's even more exciting times lying in waiting for the bulls. October, known as October, thanks to its typically impressive, I actually already renamed October, so I don't even read that word. I just say October by default, but that's just JV. Other factors that are bullish, Coinbase bounces back. It did go down again the other day while we were surging, and it's always ironic. Could it all just be a big coincidence, or is it all by design? Like, why does Coinbase crash every time Bitcoin's performing well? Let me know your thoughts on that. Now, a key element of the Bitcoin price action since the March all-time high has been precipitous drop of the retail investor participation. Interest amongst the mainstream consumers fell significantly as the Bitcoin and crypto retraced in the half a year that followed. Now, however, change may be well afoot. Exchanges and trading are slowly headed back to the mainstream consciousness, as evidenced by downloads of one app in particular, that of the largest U.S. trading platform, Coinbase. The Coinbase app ranked amongst the top 400 on the Apple Store, while research shows that once it reaches the top 200, the bull market conditions tend to be back in full swing. Next factor, young whales show their true colors. Wear my diamond hands and laser eyes. I'll let you boy. When it comes to the market, moves originating from the large volume investors, on-chain data suggest that a new trend is emerging. Quoting CryptoQuant here. Over the past month, whales with over 155 days of inactivity have been less dominant, and profit taken as the price of the biddy has recovered. On the other hand, new whales have been actively taking the profits, indicating that the interest in closing positions is predominant amongst the institutional players who have entered that market in the past 5-6 months. Also, another quote here, this may be reducing selling pressure at this point, providing room for the price to build a more positive structure in the recovery. And before we dissect the live chart action, Jackson, for you guys, let's actually take a brief look at this breaking news. Taiwan officially allows professional investors to buy the Bitcoin ETFs. Game theory in full effect. And again, welcome anyone joining the stream. We're going to clean up the chart so it's fresh and so clean for you guys. As you can see, Bitcoin hovering just above 63,400 live and in the flesh. Brought to you by Coinbase via TradingView. This is a 1 hour chart. We do have a target in the orange, a bull target sitting at 66,969, virtually 67 Gs. Let's zoom out. We'll look at some more of the bullish structures forming here on the charts. We have a blue target on the 4 hour sitting all the way at 81,300, which would take us to new all-time highs. Price discovery with adjusted for inflation, which is in the 80,000 range. That's what we need. Can you smell it? I predict October we smash 80,000. Let me know if you agree, disagree. And zooming out a little more, we'll check out the 1 day chart live and in the flesh, again brought to you via TradingView, via Coinbase. You can see we have been having some upward staircase formations, but today, unfortunately, we got a big red candle correcting roughly 2,400 at the time of the live stream, and we do have a target sitting all the way down at 47.7 you need to be aware of. Again, this is on the daily chart. Next, we'll zoom out to the weekly, which still has that sexy cup and handle pattern, which I believe is in play for Q4 of this year, sometime between October and December. It's sitting at currently 124,200. Let me know if you feel we'll likely smash it. And zooming out a little further, we'll go to the 1 month chart. And as you can see, we're about to get a monthly close for September. We're up again, 8-9% already for the month. So we've already broken the historically bullish Septembers. And we're about to enter Q4, the most bullish season of the year. Historically, we get gains of roughly 88% between October and December. So things are about to get lit. You already know, yo. FTT token is up like crazy. Top gainer, up 70-80% because the rumor is FTX repayments are beginning, but some say it's just a rumor and it's not beginning anytime soon. So let's discuss this latest article. Headline reads, FTX token spikes 70% amid looming bankruptcy distributions. That's right. The native crypto to bankrupt crypto exchange FTX has seen bullish action amid the looming bankruptcy distributions. FTT surged by more than 70%, as you can see in the screen. Multi-month high, September 29th, briefly touching $2.70. How did this not go to zero? That's my question. Who the hell was long on FTT? Was it Kevin O'Leary? Which ambassador of the FTX platform held on to their FTT stash? Is it Scaramucci? Like, what's going on? Crazy. It's mind-boggling. But anyways, FTT traded around $1.40 over the past month, posted a sharp spike of more than 70% daily returns yesterday, September 29th, subsequently tumbled in price, trading at roughly $2.10 at the time of this article. On September 30th, up approximately 30% over the past 24 hours, according to CoinGecko. Now, FTT's rally came amid social media rumors alleging FTX bankruptcy estate would start distributing reimbursement funds to creditors and customers September 30th. So if this is FUD, that means someone is just pumping FTT. Who's the FTT whales? That's my question for y'all. And according to the probably like Caroline Ellison, Bankman-Fried and his parents. I'm just saying, allegedly, I wouldn't know. But anyways, according to the official Chapter 11 filing, the bankruptcy plan has yet to be approved. So how are they repaying people back if it hasn't even been approved yet? Sounds like a FUD to just pump this scam token. Nothing surprises me anymore. Crazy. So if the plan is approved, the FTX trustee will start paying distributions to creditors under 50 Gs by the end of this year. On the other hand, creditors with larger claims may not receive distributions until the first or second quarter of 2025. And to add on top of that, they're only going to be getting 10 to 25% of their investment back. They're not getting the full Bitcoin they had invested on the exchange. They're getting the Bitcoin price at the bottom of the market when it was only 16,000, and they're getting the cash equivalent, if that, which is freaking mind-boggling, bro. Like many centralized exchanges, FTX launched the FTT token shortly after debuting the platform in 2019. And yes, it was approved by Mr. Gensler, who was having meetings with Bankman-Fried behind closed doors at least twice, according to his own testimony, which may mean 10,000 times off the record. Just saying. FTT offered multiple benefits, including trading fee discounts for users based on the amount the FTT they held. The token could also be used as collateral for future positions on the exchange, but we all know it was a scam. They printed it out of thin air, had no real utility. The FTX token reached the all-time high of $80 in September of 2021. Jesus. But steadily declined to 25 bones before the FTX implosion in November of 2022. And following the collapse of FTX, FTT plummeted to $25 to below $2, where I thought it would remain. But it's been resurrected like Lazarus from the dead by Jesus. This is kind of crazy. The massive sell-off of FTT in 2022 was contributed by Binance dumping its entire holdings of its post-exit risk management purposes. So ultimately, CZ's like, I don't want your FTT scam token anymore. Sorry, Bankman Scam-Fried. You're about to be doomed. And lo and behold, that's when it all began. And according to the data from the Blockchain Explorer Etherscan, there's 30,600 FTX token holders. Damn. Why did you guys hold on to this crap? I guess they're just praying for it to recover till they get their money back. FTT currently has a market cap of, $330 million. Jesus. In July of 2024, you couldn't pay me money to hold FTT. You know what I mean? I wouldn't hold it with a stick, and a stick can't even hold it. You feel me? I wouldn't even poke it with the stick. FTT claims for the bankruptcy proceedings are due to the recognition of the equity-like characteristics of FTT, but there you go, yo. Let me know your thoughts. And did FTX affect any of you guys? Did any of you lose any crypto as a result? Were any of you invested in FTT? I'll let your boy read the comments out loud. Now let's discuss our next headline. U.S. election outcome won't slow the Q4 Bitcoin rally, according to the hedge fund. We're referring to ZX Squared Capital. So here we go. The impact of April's Bitcoin halving event has historically led to strong Q4s, as both U.S. presidential candidates have failed to address a key issue that could play into Bitcoin's favor. CK Zhang, chief investment officer of the crypto hedge fund, shared the following. excuse me, as both Republican and Democratic parties are not appropriately address the ever-increasing U.S. debts and deficits during the election. This will be very bullish for Bitcoin, especially post-U.S. election. Bitcoin has also benefited from uncertainties regarding the previous U.S. presidential elections. This won't be different this time. Additionally, CoinGlass data shows Bitcoin historically soared in the fourth quarter, rallying more than 50% 6 times since 2013. Years in which the Bitcoin halving event occurs has often boosted those gains. I think more accurately, it's 88%. And during the 2020 halving, Bitcoin rallied 168% in the fourth quarter. It also happened to be the year the last U.S. presidential election took place. Now, Zhang expects Bitcoin to notch a new all-time high in Q4 or soon or after. I agree. I think October, new all-time high. Now we have Samantha Yap, CEO and founder of Web3 PR firm Yap, shared that Bitcoin rallies and their resulting price rises are often the least interesting aspect. Quoting her here, "What matters is the surge in retail interest across the crypto industry that follows. Media attention often follows retail attention, kicking off a whole media frenzy. The hope for the crypto and Web3 space during these moments is that there are more usable and accessible applications ready for newcomers to adopt." And Zhang also shared that the Federal Reserve's aggressive 50 basis point interest rate cut could also be bullish for the Bitty and risk-on assets if the U.S. economy can achieve a soft landing. Now, what happens if we have a hard landing or a crash landing, for Christ's sake? Central banks aim to achieve soft landings by changing interest rates enough to prevent the economy from overheating, preventing a collapse, and experiencing high inflation, but not enough to cause a downturn. If the Fed is successful, then Bitcoin's price will be closely correlated with the NASDAQ. Let me know if you agree or disagree. The best Bitcoin performance after the halving always comes Q4. That's right, Crypto Rover. You nailed it. Liquidity is slowly being reintroduced into the market, which may set the stage for the stronger price movements in the months ahead, said founder of Zero Proof Knowledge Generation and Verification Layer 1 CISIC. Bitcoin's growing narrative is digital gold, and a hedge against macroeconomic instability is likely to attract more institutional capital, especially as traditional markets remain volatile. And as you know, what Mikey Saylor said, volatility equals life force. Take that, Peter Schiff.
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best?
There is no second best.
I'm not saying I'm number one. I'm sorry, I lied. I'm number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
You feel me? Now let's discuss Zuck. Can you believe Zuck is the 4th wealthiest man on paper in the world? And I ain't talking about Chandy's dog paper. I mean, literally, he's now worth an insane amount of money, $201 billion. Good Lord. I didn't know you can be a Zuck and be worth that much. That's crazy. Let's break this one down, check it. Tech entrepreneur Zuckerberg is now the 4th wealthiest billionaire. His net worth of $201 billion. Following Facebook's rebrand on Meta October 2021 and the expansion into the metaverse hardware and AI. Meta is currently trading at approximately $567 a share at this time, and a more than 6-fold increase from November of 2022. I wonder why it went up so much when it was only $88 per share. I thought Meta was an epic fail. I didn't realize it was doing so well. In the year after the rebrand, Meta stock plummeted. That's what I remember, from trading in the 300 range to its lowest point in November of 2022. That's why I thought it was a failure, reflecting investor concerns over the company's shift towards augmented reality experiences and the focus on AI development at the time. But since then, half the world's 10 most valuable companies, including Apple, Google, Nvidia, and Microsoft, started developing metaverse hardware. And according to Bloomberg, the tech billionaire's net worth as of September of 2024 places him behind Elon Musk, Amazon founder Bezos, and French businessman Bernard Arnault. Crazy. Zuck revealed Meta's Orion augmented reality glasses at a MetaConnect event in September 25th, 5 days ago. Anyone see that? I didn't see it. The novel eyewear features small projectors that create a virtual heads-up display overlaid over objects in the real world. During the same event, the Meta founder unveiled the newer, cheapest Quest S3 virtual reality headset, which will phase out the earlier Quest 3 128 gigabyte headset. Despite the rise of the price of the Meta stock since 2021. For the rebrand, the company reduced its metaverse budget by 20% in July of 2024 and told its metaverse division, Reality Labs, to reduce department expenses by 20% by 2026. Reality Labs lost $60 billion since 2019, posted losses for the second business quarter of 2024. That's a serious loss. A possible reason for this has been the division's purported shift to AI apps, now retooling and narrowing focus to the AI. The Zuck previously commented that Meta seeks to grow its AI business by narrowing the company's focus and increasing capital investment into AI research. Now, what do all these billionaires have in common? They're all developing AI tools, from Elon to Altman to Zuck. I wonder why. Even Bill Gates is involved. Now, we've released, according to Zuck, the first frontier level open source AI model, and we continue to see good traction with our Ray-Ban Meta AI glasses. Rocking the aviators? Interesting. This is what he explained on the earnings call back on July 31st. But there you go. What are your thoughts with Zuck becoming the fourth wealthiest human being or lizard person on the planet? Let me know. Now let's discuss this 100,000 target. Then we'll discuss a 200,000 prediction from Bitcoin Miner. And then we will do some live Q&A. And there is a live poll up on the tube as well. I want to know when new Bitcoin all-time high. Will it be October, November, December, January? My personal vote is October. I think we're going to smash 80,000. That's my target. I think we'll smash 120,000 before the end of the year, but that's just me. Let's stick to this one. Bitcoin window to reach 100,000 by the end of Q4. Will it happen or will it not? Now, Hundal says Bitcoin may hit 80 Gs by December. Who's this Hundal? He believes that the central scenario after this break in market structure is for the new all-time high in the 75,000-80,000 range by Christmas. He further highlights the option traders, those who buy and sell the options contracts, are wagering that the Bitcoin price could rise as much as 75% in the next 3 months. Option traders on the large exchanges at the moment are positioning for the 90 to 100,010 strike price on the contracts on Christmas Eve, So Hundal added the strike price range has remained remarkably consistent over the past 6 months, 180 days. And according to the TradingView data, the Bitcoin price 63.2 at this time, down 3% since September of the 29th. Hundal is bullish. That's a cool name, Hundal, almost like Hundog. Hundog or Hundo, Hun one, Hut one, Hut two, Hut. Is bullish on the current price action. Believe in the recent break of the lower troughs and lower peaks after the 28 weeks, along with the global easing conditions, will bring additional liquidity into the market. Historical data shows the Bitcoin price increased 83% of cases over the 12-month period when the liquidity was added to the bank deposits and the circulating money. The stage is set. Now it's going up forever, Laura. Meanwhile, Hundal suggested there is more straightforward path for Bitcoin's runway, as there doesn't seem to be a lot of the jeopardy for the crypto in the U.S. election right now, with both presidential candidates sounding open-minded about the industry, We know the central banks are not open-minded, though, right? You do know that, right? September 23rd, United States Vice President Harris made her first public statement about crypto during her U.S. presidential election campaign. In comments made during the Wall Street fundraiser, Harris vowed to encourage investment in artificial intelligence and digital assets. Why do I never believe anything she says? Quoting her here, "We will partner together to invest in America's competitiveness, to invest in America's future." And of course, I'm sure she was just reading the teleprompter. "We will encourage innovative technologies like AI and digital assets while protecting our consumers and investors," just like Gary Gensler's been doing a fantastic job at the SEC. Thank you, Gary. America salutes you. Harris said at the fundraiser in Manhattan, and that last part, obviously, I just made up, but you know what she really means, and that's all that matters. It's not what they say, it's what they mean. You feel me? But anyways, I digress. All right, fam. Now for our feature story of the day. Bitcoin price predicted to peak near $200,000 within the next 18 months, according to the CleanSpark CEO. Let's break this one down, and you can see here in the headline. So yeah, in a recent interview with research and brokerage firm Bernstein, CleanSpark CEO Zach Bradford forecasted Bitcoin can peak at just under 200 Gs within the next 18 months. He attributed this potential surge to historical trends following the Bitcoin halving, which occurred back on April 19th, and anticipated macroeconomic factors, which are looking bullish as a mofo right now. Bradford noted that Bitcoin's extended flat period might indicate a sustained upward trend. He emphasized that the forthcoming U.S. presidential election could influence the Bitcoin price, suggesting that the resolution of the electoral uncertainty might boost the market confidence, quoting him here, I think we'll start to see a meaningful push in Bitcoin prices post-election through January. So from here to January ultimately just means Q4. I agree 100%. Let's go. He also remarked on the comparative undervaluation of the pure play Bitcoin miners, suggesting they're currently overlooked as investors favor companies diversifying into the AI. And according to Bradford, Bitcoin miners typically experience the lower capital expenditure and quicker returns on the investment, with cash flows realized within weeks rather than years. CleanSpark maintained a strategy of selling the Bitty near the market peaks while accumulating during the downturns, holding approximately 8,000 BTC, valued at roughly $509 million. That's a half a billy. The company has been effective in securing the smaller mining sites at competitive prices, allowing it to scale its operations to 1 gigawatt across 5 states. Bernstein had rated CleanSpark as an outperform with a price target of 30 bones, while the company's stock closed at $10.13 on Friday, according to TradingView. Bradford also discussed the evolving landscape of mining technology, anticipating the new chips that could achieve efficiencies of 11J/TH. This shift may necessitate a transition of immersion cooling systems to manage increased power intensity and heat generation. So there you go, yo. What are your thoughts on 200,000? Here's my personal thoughts, and I'll read everyone's comments out loud. You let me know your personal thoughts. That's how we're going to do it. So I personally think 80,000 plus in October, new all-time high, price discovery mode, send it, let's go. I think Q4, we're going to hit 125,000 as a peak. And then for next year, 222,000 is my bear scenario for the cycle peak, which I believe will occur sometime in 2025. I don't know if it'll be Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. I'm just saying in 2025, I personally think we'll finally get the peak. And my bear scenario, again, is 222,000. Bull scenario, 750,000, right in alignment with Plan B's projection of 500,000 per coin between 2024 and 2028, the time of the next halving. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you agree. Let me know if you disagree. So yeah, I think 200,000 is definitely a very conservative target, and I think it's very likely we hit it, but I think we have much stronger potential. I believe Bitcoin has no top because fiat monopoly money, tulip mania, has no bottom. With that being shared, welcome everyone to the Q&A segment of the live stream. Don't forget there is a live poll in the chat as well. When do you think we'll finally hit that new Bitcoin all-time high? October, November, December, January? Holla at your boy.